Today I am going to explain about the class, object and its member functions. So these are top concepts of the OOPS concept. In the last class we discussed about this concept of the OOPS: class, object, abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance and cancellation. Now today topic will cover abstraction, class and objects. So yesterday we discussed about the structure of the C++ program. In this, the class declaration and function definitions and object creation. These three are depends on the only class. If we have the class, we are going to define the functions. If we define the functions, we are using the objects. So now I will explain clearly about what is class, what is data declaration, what is functions and so on. Right? Initially, what is a class? A class is a collection of variables and its associated member functions. Right? A class is a user-defined data type whose variables are objects. So just like structure, we are creating the variable of the class. It is called as a class variable. Right? It is also called as an object. So basically, is a way of binding the data and its associated functions together. In simple words, we can say that a function is a collection of variables and its associated functions. Well, a simple example: we are sitting in the classroom. Right? In the class, we have the 60 members. All 60 members are called as a variables. They are in a secure place, and only 7 faculty are assigned to you to teach subjects. Those are called as associated functions. Means the variables and associated functions are available in the class. The remaining functions, remaining students will not enter into your class, because a class is a collection of 60 members and 7 faculty members. Here, a class is a collection of variables and its associated function. These two are binded or connected with each other. Right? Now, a class is a name, it describes the state, that is called the data, and behavior is called the functions. Right? So here, the variables which are declared inside the class are secured and hidden to the outside. Just now I explained to you, you are sitting in the classroom, no one will access you people, only 7 faculty who are associated to you, those will be access you. Means the associated functions only will be access the variables. All the variables are very secured and which are hidden to outside. Right? We can access these variables using functions which are associated with them. Means you 60 members are accessed by only the faculty members who are assigned to you. No other faculty you are coming to your class and taking the classes. Why? Those are not associated. Only the associated functions will access the variables. So a class is a collection of variables and associated functions. These variables are secured variables, and these variables can be accessed only with the help of associated functions. Here, this is about the class. Now, how to declare a class? The class has 2 parts. One is declaration, another one is the function definitions. What is a class declaration? A class declaration is a collection of variables and associated functions. After defining these functions, I want to write the functionality, then we are going for class function definition. So what is a class declaration? It contains a collection of variables and associated functions. So these variables and functions collectively called as the members of the class. I am the member of your class, you are also a member of the class, we are the members. So in our family also, the children are called as a variables and your parents are called as a functions, because they are giving some guidelines to you. They are giving some functionality to you. They are saying that what to do and what not to do. So that is called, all the parents are called as a functions, and all the family children are called as a variables. All grouped together are called as members of the family. Same way, all the variables and functions which belongs to the class are called as members of the class. Here, all the variables are called as one's unique name is called as the data members, and all the functions we are declared inside the class are called as the member functions. So means a class is a collection of data members and member functions. Member functions are associated functions which are in the class. Data members are variables which are declared inside the class. So how to declare a class? Right? So by using a reserved keyword, class, we can declare the class. So it contains a body of the class to define the variables and functions. That is why a body of the class enclosed within the open and closing braces, and it is terminated by semicolon. It is a compulsory. Let's go to the example. The same thing. Class name. See here, a class body contains the declaration of the data members and member functions. So a class is a collection of variables and functions. All the variables are called as the data members. All the functions are called as the member functions. All these grouped together we are calling as the members of the class. So how to declare a class? The class is declared by using a reserved keyword class, by using class name, and declaration of the variables which are called data members, and declaration of the function which are called the function declarations or member function declaration. So now here, what is a class name? A class name is a user defined name like variable and so on, but it is a new data type we can use in the program. So a class is a user defined name. We can use this name as a new data type in the program, just like structure. But in the structure there is no security. In the class we have the security. So a class name becomes a new data type name that is used to declare the variables or called as a objects of the class. It is user defined name, right? So what is the declaration? Right here. By default, all the members of the class are private. Because we are saying that the variables which are available in the class, the members which are available in the class, which are going to secured, no one can access. This is called as a, by default, the variables and functions which are declared inside the class are called as a private, which are not visible outside. So which are not accessible to the outside of the class. So the private members of the class can be accessed only the members of the class. So I am sitting in your class, you are also sitting in the class, I can access you, you can access me. Right? So that is the reason whenever the function is declared or variables are declared in the class, by default those are called as a private, no person can access. No person can access the members. These are called as a private. So, but my requirement is I want to access these variables. Right? Then to access the members of the class outside, we can declare the members as a public. So you are not access, you are in the classroom, you are locked, then no one will access you. No faculty is coming to your class teaching subject. Then there is any use of you people? No. So some person is accessing you people. Means you should be declared as a public. You should declare as a public. To access the members of the class, you should declare as a public. So the public access specifier we can use along with this colon symbol, then we can declare the public. Then the class is class public variable declaration, public function declaration. Previously there is no public. Now we are using public and public. So this is called public. We can access. But here we are neglecting the property. We are violating the property of the class. What is the concept of OOPS concept? OOP is providing the security for the variables. But whenever it is a public, you are in the classroom, the other person is accessing you. It is not secure. I am teaching the class, the other faculty coming and accessing you people. The office attender is coming to the class and accessing you. Then there is any security is giving to you people? No. So it is called the variables we are declaring as a public, there is no security. So for that purpose, the variable should be public, should be secured, but the functions may be public because I am not sitting in your class continuous total hours. I am coming to your class, taking the class and go away. Means I am not the private. I may go outside, but you should be in the class. So that is the reason all the data members should not be public. You should be secured. So that is the reason we are saying that as per the OOP concept, the class variable should be secured or hidden. Secured or hidden. We can't use as a public. Then we can go for private variables. It means that the variables which are declared in the class should be private. Should be private, but the functions may be public. The function may be public, but the data members or variables should be private. So then just go for the public. So this is called as an error. The public should be removed here. The public should be removed. So how to remove? Just remove the public from this location. remove the public this location, then consider an example, this A comma B. But we are not using any access specifier. Here not using any public, here also not using any public, means by default these are called as a private. No access specifier means these are called as a private. For public, but we can use public. Right? This is about the class. A class is a collection of variables. Those variables should be private by default and the function should be public. This is about the class declaration. After class declaration of the functions. So just now I declared here one read function, show function. What is the functionality? Functionality not available. So I want to define these functionalities, that is called the class function or member function definition. So we can define these functions in two ways. One is inside function, inside the class, or outside the class. Inside the class. Inside the class means just instead of writing the function declaration, you can write function definition. Right? Just see the example. Right. Public function declaration, but I am declaring function and along with the definition. So this is a void read, enter A comma B, Cin, so on. Here itself I am writing here for void show, this is declaration, but here I am writing function definition without using semicolon here. Just remove the semicolon, write the code. This is called as a inside function definition. Inside the class I am writing the definition of the function. This is called the one way of writing the coding part. Second way, I want to write outside of the class after semicolon. Then the second one is called as a outside of the function. Outside of the class. Whenever you want to define the outside of the class, you need to use a new operator. It's called a scope resolution operator. The scope resolution operator can be used to write the function definition outside of the class. So how to write this function definition? That just like a normal function, return data type, function name, arguments. But we are using class name and function name. We are using class name and scope resolution operator. These are two or extra. Previously return data type, function name, arguments. But we are writing extra class name and scope resolution operator here. Okay. This function definition having that return data type, function name, return data type, function name. But now using scope resolution operator, we have class name and scope resolution operator. These two are important. What is the need of scope resolution operator? This operator will take two operands. One operand is function name, second operand is class name, and it evaluates that this function is available in class or not. This function is available in class or not. It will be evaluated by scope resolution operator. It takes two parameters. One is function name, second one is class name, and evaluates that this function is available in the class or not. This is about the scope resolution operator. Just write the example program now. See here. Previously read function we have written inside. Now I am writing outside. Same code, but I am writing extra class name and scope resolution operator. Read function is available data. Yes, available data. This will be evaluated by the scope resolution operator. This is the how to write the member functions in the class program. Right? After that, class declaration is over. Member function is also over. Then have one questions. Right? This is a simplified read function inside. Show function outside. So after completion of this, I have a small question here. So if I declare A comma B within the simple main program, the compiler will easily access. These are my questions. Before that, I have one question now. See here. Void main, I am declaring two variables. Cout, enter A comma B, Cin, and so on. Okay. Here, A comma B are declared inside the main. So, the compiler will allocate the memory directly because these are in the main program. They are visible to compiler. But in previous program, class data int A comma B. So, this A comma B are available not in the main program. These A comma B are available within the class. Then my question is, how the variables of the class can be accessed and how the memory will be allocated for A comma B, how the member functions can be called, and how these functions, where we can call these functions. Right? We are calling the previous program, we are calling the functions in the main program, we are declaring the functions in the main program. But now the variables and functions are declared inside class. It means my question is how to allocate memory for a comma b, how to access these functions, how to call these functions, because these are secure. This is my question. How these secure variables can be accessed by computer, because these are secure variables no one can access. So how to access these secure variables in the program, that is my question. These 4 questions can be solved in the next. Right? How to access how to allocate the memory, everything will be allocated. Right? So now go to the next. A comma b are private, we can't access the variables. Then how to solve this? It is solved by using the concept of the object. Object is a class type variable or created for existing classes to use the or access the data members and member functions of the class. So the previous 4 questions, how to access this a comma b and how to access these members of the class, with the help of the object we can access these variables and member functions of the class. All the data members and member functions of the class can be accessed with the help of the object. It is a class type variable, right? Just like structures variable, we can declare the class type variable. So an object is an instance of the class. So all the properties of the class which are allocated to the object, then it is called instance of the class. It is a real-time entity that can store the data, that can send and receive the data from user. Then objects are created by using the class name, just like the structures. It is a similar to variable declaration, but int a replaced with structure student a, yes, replacing with now class name with the class type. Right? Just see, the objects are created for existing classes. Syntax: class name, object 1, object 2. Example: data d1 comma d2. This is the first one. Object 1, object 2. Data is a class name. Class data. So for this data I am creating data d1 comma d2. Okay. Whenever data 1, d2 will be created. Whenever this object is created, d1, d2 are objects of the data. Then all d1 will having the properties of a comma b, read, show, and d2 also having the properties of a comma b and read, show. All these properties are allocated to d1 and d2. So the another way also create, we can with the help of the passing the values also. But for this we have the constructor. The next topic is the constructor we discuss. Now consider this example. So data d, whenever d object is created, this will be created. A, B, show, read, show, default value, d1, d2, default value, read, show. But d3 10 comma 20, a value 20, 10, b value 20, read, show. So this is the, every object is having the same properties. This is about the object creation. So after object creation, I want to access a comma b now. How to assign this value instead of like this? Here there is no values available. Now I want to give value for A, value for B, and I want to display A value, B value, and I want to perform some other operations. That is called accessing the variables of the members of the class. So accessing members of the class. So objects are used to access the public members of the class, not private members of the class. So only we can access public members. Public members means in this class we can access only these two, but we can't access a comma b. So that is called only public members of the class can be accessed with the help of the objects. So but private members can access by using the member functions of the class. So just now public members of the class can be accessed by using the dot operator. Just see here. Right? This is a simple example you can write. So objects will be accessed only public members. We can't access private. So here assume that a comma b are public, read and show also public. Then d dot a, d dot b all are true. If it is a comma b are private, then these two lines are errors. But we are assuming that all are 4 are private public members, then we can access public members. But if a comma b are private, then how to access? We can access by using the public member functions of the class. I will right here a comma b are private. So this a comma b are accessed by public member function, a comma b accessing by read function, a comma b are accessing by show function. Public member functions of the class can be accessed the private data, but public functions can be accessed directly with help of the object. Right? Public data can be accessed directly, private data can be accessed with help of the public member functions of the class. Just consider a small example program. Class data in the a comma b is a private and C is a public. Void read, enter a comma b, a comma b. Read is a member function, it is accessing private data a comma b. Clear? Next, show is a member function, it is also accessing a comma b. Okay, C is a public. Public means anyone can access. With object and member also can access. So C can be accessed by using read and show, but a comma b accessed by only read and show, not outside. So main program. Okay, now in the main I am declaring object D. D dot read, D dot show, C out. So now D dot read is a public function, can access. Show, public function, show is also public function, can access. D dot C also public variable, can access. But a comma b are not defined, means private. Private means we can't access here, we can access in the read function or in the show function, because these are the members of the function. So these are a comma b private data, we are accessing these two places. C is a public data, we are accessing outside also or inside also. Inside class we can access, outside class also we can access, and read and show are public, we can access directly. Now how this program will execute? First, object will be created. Whenever this object is created, now one object will be created. This object is default value. This memory is allocated for A, memory is allocated for B, memory allocated for C also. Okay, then read and show. Then next, read function. When I calling the read function, enter a comma b. Right, enter a comma b. I am giving values of 10 comma 20. Then this object will be converted. A 20 b. Right. So then read function, show function. Then we are calling read function, show function. We are calling. The output is checking the show function is available in the data. Yes, it is available. It is executed. A equals 20, b equals 20 will be displayed. So this is a program for class and objects. So class creation, private data, public functions, two functions. Public functions can access directly, public variable can access directly with help of object and dot operator, but private data can access only member functions of the class. A comma b are using the read function, member function, show member function. This is our simple program for class objects and object creations.